Well, hello everyone, this is Laboratory Tech 13 here from the Riptide Project Laboratory, and today we've got an interesting video for you. We are going to be talking about my predictions for Announcement Day on May 18th, 2018. That's right, tomorrow, as of the filming of this video on a Friday, Wizards of the Coast will reveal not only Battle Bond spoilers, or perhaps mechanics, but also talk about all the future cards that they want to come out, or all the future sets, rather, that they want to come out for the rest of the year and into the next year, presumably all the way until summer. This is going to be a very interesting video. I'm going to talk about all my different theories about what could be happening with the sets that are coming out, so just stick around and watch it for me. So if you give me just a moment here, I'm going to start out with our little music here in the background so we can have something to go on while we are talking about the discussion topics. So if you can see up in the corner there, we have our first image. I have a slideshow prepared, basically, for this video. And I've got my notes here, and I'm going to go over the things that I think is going to be happening with the announcement day. What's going to happen with all the sets being released, and of course, what might happen with the story as well. That's of course tied into every set, so we have to talk about all that stuff as well on the video. So let's go ahead and go over our first part of the slideshow. So this is going to be what I think will be the fall set for 2018. And the fall set for 2018, I definitely believe, I'm pretty certain, I'm actually almost 100% certain that it's going to be Ravnica Plane Siege. It may not be the exact title of the set, but I do believe that Ravnica will be the fall set for 2018. That is my prediction for what's going to be happening for Ravnica, for Magic the Gathering in the fall. And I definitely believe it's going to be Ravnica because the story has been hinting a lot about going to Ravnica, about things that have been happening on Ravnica, and I definitely think that Bolas is going to get himself onto Ravnica. He's going to make it so that the enemy guilds will either follow or obey him somehow. The Izzet guild might actually have a setup where they will try to make it so that they won't work with them. We know Ral Zarek is working with Bolas as well, so there's a lot of ins for Bolas to work on Ravnica, especially what is it? Our friend Vraska from Ixalan. All right, so. Well, I believe that in the fall we will see a Ravnica set, basically about the city itself being besieged by Bolas and his army of Eternals that he made on Amonkhet, and I believe that it will be two different split sets. So, what do I mean by this? Typically with Ravnica sets, they have split the guilds up so that the different guilds show up in different sets. Correct? So what I believe for this set is just going to be totally enemy color guilds. And then they're going to make another set next fall, the fall afterward, fall 2019, where they will have another Ravnica set that concludes the storyline. Kind of like Infinity War Part 1, Part 2. And I do believe that that will be a very interesting setup where they'll have an ally color set to round out all the guilds for Ravnica and have basically two parts where both sets will be legal and standard when they are in standard together. So you will have the full Ravnica benefit. It'll just take another year to get there, and I definitely think that that's what's going to be happening next for the fall set anyway. And that'll set up a kind of a cliffhanger, keep the storyline going. So other reasoning that I have is that I definitely believe that they will not leave the 25th anniversary year without having a Ravnica set. That is the second most popular plane, possibly first most popular plane in Magic the Gathering's history, behind or after Dominaria. They've already done that set. They've already done Dominaria. So I definitely think Ravnica is in the cards, 95 to 100% sure. That is what is getting announced tomorrow. You heard it here first. Ravnica set. May not be called Plane Siege. I made this logo myself. All the logos you see on here, I made myself for this video, so they are not official in any way. However, if they do turn out to be official just by sheer name alone, maybe you really did maybe you really did hear it here first. So let's go ahead and go on to our next. What do I think the next set will be? Well, for Winter 2019, and also I want to stress that these predictions are not exactly my own. I do share them, but most of these predictions I am taking from the user handle on Twitter at @CHarlequin. So if you go on their Twitter and you check them out, they are a friend of mine, a longtime friend. We have discussed basically about what we think is going to happen with announcement day, and we're willing to basically get totally wrecked by these predictions, and you know that's going to be a lot of fun trying to see if we're right or not, right? And predictions are all about fun. So the Winter 2019 set, I think what we'll do is after the Ravnica set, things start happening, things start getting crazy. I think we're going to take a quick break and see exactly what Ajani is doing with Return to Theros. That's right, I believe that a Return to Theros is in the cards. I do believe that we are going to go to Theros. We're going to explore, have some fun, basically have a redemption theme for Johnny, where he feels like he needs to fix what had happened. He'll go to save Elspeth, basically returning there to get her to come back to fight, because especially Johnny knows about, or may know in the future, that Karn is going to New Phyrexia, and you definitely want Elspeth in on that action, especially to save Koth, because he's been fighting there the entire time that Karn has left New Phyrexia. And Karn wants to take the Silex there, so that's pretty great too. So you need Elspeth. And what better way is to get Johnny to go to Theros? We can see Theros again, we can get some more gods. Gods are about to rotate out of Standard anyways with the fall set, so we can put a little bit more gods back into Standard. I think people really enjoy them as well, and they'll fit really nicely in on that. So that's for the Winter 2019 set. What I think might be early Spring 2019, another set after that, well, what we have speculated on is Artifact Masters. And what we believe Artifact Masters might be is, of course, in the name. It'll be a set based around artifacts and cards that care about artifacts. So a lot of Mirrodin stuff, a lot of Heralds of New Phyrexia, things like that, that'll be from the Scars of Mirrodin block in this set to basically get you hyped for a future New Phyrexia set, because I do believe we are going there soon, especially in the story has been hinting it quite often with Karn himself, okay? So that's a little bit on that. Where are we going to go after there? Well, I think, in my opinion, I think the next set that we're going to go to after we go to Theros will be a new set, a new plane. And what it could be at, it could be a totally new plane, like a fairy tale plane that they've been talking about. But I think there is a plane they have not explored yet with a totally new aesthetic that I think would be really great to check out. And I think that is Kaldheim. Yes. Kaldheim is the set I believe they'll do in the spring 2019, where you will go to that plane. There'll be snow mana, perhaps. There might be some great Norse-themed stuff like that, especially with God of War being extremely hot right now in people's mindsets. Stuff with Thor in the Marvel Universe. I think a Norse-themed set is something that we're looking to have happen very soon. Okay? And that's basically it for my predictions of what the sets are going to be for May 18th, 2018, tomorrow. There could be more sets announced. I'm sure there will be stuff like signature spellbooks perhaps announced. Maybe some future compilations might be announced as well. Who knows, really, what exactly will be announced. But I am eager to see, just like any of the rest of you, what exactly will be announced tomorrow. So what do you think? Do you think my predictions are correct? Do you think that we are going back to Ravnica for the fall set? Enemy-colored Ravnica? Allied-colored Ravnica? The whole set with all the guilds? Cross-guild mechanics? Returning mechanics? What do you think will happen with the announcement day tomorrow? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below, on Twitter, on social media, and of course, we'll be back here for another video and some more great Magic the Gathering coverage. And remember, the research never ends. Okay, well.